BD5 Pilot with you out at the Hillsboro hangar on a nice 84-degree sunny day. It's a Thursday, and I've been able to take the various Garmin electronics and instruments and the radios, transponder, things like that, engine control unit, and put the back shells on them because I wanted to hold them in position, see how are they going to fit, because you really need to figure out how to plug them in as well to the wiring before you just go mount them. So I've taken those firewall areas basically and put that vertical power PPS unit in. And then if we come to the other side, you'll see how I've taken that GEA24. But you see with those back shells mounted, those are pretty large. They take up actually a lot of extra space. In fact, you might notice the hole. I had a different location planned for that, and I actually moved it further outboard so it would clear some other areas. I've also taken and made the little plate that's going to rivet in, and then used nut plates, and so those bolt on to bolt the carrier for the battery to hold that in place, and I'm still able to get access into the gear well area with that plate that's there. This plate I've got dimpled and ready to put the nut plates behind there and mount, but I can't find the nut plates I had for this. I know I had them somewhere, but this is how it is when you work on a plane. They're there somewhere. I'll buy new ones, and then I'll have plenty. We've also taken the vertical power VPX unit. This is what takes place in my breakers in the plane. And my plan right now, what I'm thinking, I'll see if I can hold this just right. I'm going to make a bracket that keeps it clear of the battery, keeps it clear of the cables, allows me to get access into there, and I can still plug these other units in and out. It'll be a very tight set of measurements to fit that in. Then I made a little mark on the firewall, and let's see if I can manage to pick up the comm and transponder and then show you where I'm going to mount it. Now, if I'm really good at this, I'll manage to do this without them slipping out. But these can rest above, and I believe I'm still going to have clearance if I adjust them right to get the back shells clearing for the wiring, and it'll rest above that VPX unit if my calculations are correct. So next are to measure the case to mount this to, and then get it installed and make sure it fits. And not to forget, I also do have all these electronic ignition units, which I had already planned. This little depression that's the way the motor mount comes together is where those electronic ignition units are going to be mounted. And I do have a little voltage step-down transformer that also is going to go in that space that are for those units. And yeah, I've got my work cut out for me, making sure I don't install something and block my way for something else to fit or to get the wires hooked up to it. On such a beautiful sunshiny day, who wants to be stuck inside, though? I think I'm going to call it quits today. We'll get back to work on the plane this weekend, but I'm going to pop a bottle of Corona open and sit here and watch some airplanes for a while and then go home. BD5 Pilot's out for now.